Imagine waking up one day and realizing that despite everything you've achieved, something deep within you holds you back from true happiness. You've worked hard, reached milestones, built relationships, yet a persistent sense of unease lingers. Why is it that, in the quiet moments, you can't shake the feeling that you're sabotaging your own joy? Every time you get close to peace, a subtle force whispers, "Not yet. You're not worthy of this." It's almost as if you've been conditioned to never truly feel content. Could it be that you, unknowingly, are the architect of your own unhappiness? And if so, why? What invisible chains keep you bound to this pattern? And how can you break free? The problem is not external, it's deeply embedded within the fabric of your psyche. Carl Jung once said, "What you resist persists." You've spent your life running from the very thing that could set you free: unresolved emotions, fears, and beliefs. Nietzsche spoke of the will to power, not just as ambition, but as a force that drives us to overcome limitations. But what if your limitations are self-imposed? From the earliest moments of life, society and personal experiences shaped who you are. What if the beliefs you've internalized are the very things keeping you trapped, preventing you from stepping into happiness? The consequences of this sabotage are subtle yet powerful, shaping every aspect of your life. You might find yourself stuck in cycles of self-doubt, never able to enjoy success for long before it feels hollow. Or perhaps you settle for mediocrity, too afraid that something better will slip away. Cognitive biases, like confirmation bias, make you seek out evidence that supports negative beliefs, reinforcing your self-sabotage. Neurologically, your brain's survival mechanisms cling to what's familiar, even if it's damaging. Society teaches that happiness is earned, not inherent. This toxic conditioning traps you in a cycle where happiness always feels out of reach. How can you escape a trap you don't even realize you're in? The answer lies in a radical shift. Happiness is not something to chase, but something to allow. Viktor Frankl, who found meaning in suffering, taught that happiness arises not from external achievements, but from aligning with your deeper purpose. Imagine if, instead of fighting your nature, you stopped struggling against life. What if, instead of seeking perfection, you embraced the imperfections? People like Nelson Mandela found freedom not by changing external conditions, but by transcending their internal fears. The rebellion is not against life, but in radically accepting it. By challenging the beliefs that have kept you stuck, you can reclaim your power and rediscover joy in simplicity. The ultimate realization is that happiness is not a destination, but a state of being that already exists within you. It's not dependent on achievements, possessions, or approval from others. Once you see that happiness is not earned but something to be acknowledged, everything shifts. The struggles that once seemed like barriers to joy now become opportunities for growth. You are not defined by your past or your mistakes, but by your ability to transform them. The paradox is this: you've always had the key to happiness, but you've been too distracted by external noise to hear it. When you stop fighting, stop resisting, and embrace the unfolding beauty of life as it is, that's when happiness enters. It was never outside of you, but within.